Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube, and welcome back to Ringlight Fables. I am your host and dungeon master, Skijaramaz, otherwise known as Toneshift. And with me today, we have our full cast of players. We have SepiaWolfe playing Tuki Fletcher, our Crovan thief.
Hello.
We have Mick playing Boron, our half-dwarven battlemaster.
Hello.
We have Willyzin playing Ludviek, our Rythari paladin.
Hello and greetings.
We have Goldwyn playing Minnove, our bard and draconic sorceress.
Hello!
And last but certainly not least, we have Impulsive playing Kari, our Crovan bard.
I was here first.
In a meaningful capacity he was, and then he wasn't, and then he came back, and it was a fun day. So, where last we left off, our adventurers had found themselves getting caught up in an event they had not been anticipating. Following a breadcrumb trail of clues laid out before them, they discovered a band of kobold refugees situated in a cave along the shores of Lake Bafloril in the heart of Valriv. Having come in search of this group of kobolds in the hopes that mayhap they would have some information about Minnove's long-missing mother, Najira. The truth that they have since had revealed to them by these kobolds has been nothing short of distressing, for these kobolds are escapees from a dubiously legal pit mine located somewhere in the mountains south of the city of Antarine, where the entire workforce, minus the overseers and security, is comprised of enslaved kobolds of various colorations and backgrounds, dragged to a pit and made to work, separated from loved ones and family members who are used as leverage to compel their obedience. Every fragmentary description of the horrors within that mine has brought an increasing amount of distress to the group, particularly to Minnove, who is routinely not ready to listen to any of it. In the aftermath of rescuing these escaped kobolds from an attempted recapture effort from a band of Jade Halberds mercenaries, the primary operators and security of this mining operation, the party has taken some time to get to know these kobolds a little better, ask them questions, and catch their breath and unwind in the aftermath of the battle and everything that led up to it. Over the course of some of these discussions, ideas and potential means of not having to kill the two remaining Jade Halberd prisoners were floated, though no concrete plans have yet to be settled upon, and Minnove learned that this mysterious dragon of mist that she has seen in her dreams twice now might not be a phenomenon unique to her, before being taught the lyrics to a song her mother had taught her long ago, an old lullaby used to bring her a sense of peace and tranquility when she was little, that has since become a cornerstone staple of her repertoire of music as a bard. Plans must still be made, a course of action must still be decided upon, but a time to rest was taken and a long rest you do all take, fully regaining your HP, spell slots, and all that happy goodness as we fade in the following morning. So, you all found places to sleep throughout either within or without the caves, but within proximity to the encampment. You settled in for rest, and it was largely undisturbed. Not necessarily comfortable, but restful enough for you to tend your wounds and your pains. So, the sun comes up on a new day. Let's see here. The 7th day of the 4th week of the 3rd season. AKA the 28th of the month. Anyone who is outside when the sun comes up will find that, as yesterday, the skies are clear of obstructions, leaving the rays of the autumn sunlight to shine down with what warmth they can provide as the season of cold rapidly approaches. The kobolds roused early, as soon as the sun comes up, many of them having stayed up overnight to tend to various matters around their humble encampment, be that addressing and sorting their limited supplies, acquiring and sorting a microwave, and the weapons that they procured from the fallen Jade Halberds soldiers that you helped to defeat yesterday. The kobolds are certainly better armed now than they were before. But the day is yours, ladies and gentlemen. How do you wish to proceed?
Who would like to take the first stance?
Well, Boron is just gonna hang on to you guys. He's not all that keen on rescuing kobolds, but if you guys want to do that, then he's heading along.
It's like, this whole situation is just very uncomfortable for me, but y'all are my friends, so I've got your backs.
More or less.
I mean, it is Nog's mother, Boron.
Yeah.
So, I know that at least one of you had something you wanted to do, and that was Ludviek.
Mm-hmm.
So for the sake of getting us going, I'm just going to call on you. What is it that Ludviek is doing this day, once you have fed yourself some breakfast and gotten yourself sorted?
Okay, well, the main thing is, what was his name? Torik?
Torik. That's the name of the yellow scale, who's sort of like this group's
He did seem like he was going to want to get some answers somewhat out of those two prisoners he had, so... Do I want to? Yeah, okay. So, as they're finishing up eating their morning victuals, he turns to Minnove and says, "It is most likely that Torik is going to want to interrogate those two that were captured. Is there something you would like to also sit in on as well? Perhaps they have seen your mother."
I don't think I want to know if they've seen my mother. To be completely honest. But,
Microphone, you're far away from it.
I don't know if I want them to, or I don't know if I want to know if they've seen my mother, so, perhaps, Torik would be better. I don't have any questions, nor, qualms to argue with them, just
All right.
whatever they do, just, yeah.
Even if they seen your mother, they would not remember her. Just one kobold is the same as any other to them.
Yeah, Boron.
I understand you're trying to make her feel better, but I don't know if letting her know that the bad guys are also racist helps.
I think she knew that part already. It's kind of the whole point of this.
Just in case Minnove didn't.
It's like, hey, Minnove, I don't know if you know this, but the guys who have enslaved your people are probably racist toward your people. Like, just statistically speaking, it's at least a little likely.
When you put it in that light, when you put it in that way, yeah, no, I completely understand. Never mind, continue with your day.
I mean, I think there might be a slight chance. It seemed Nadira was distinct enough to cause some sort of attention.
Well, nevertheless, I assume that we will most likely be going towards to try and liberate your mother from this camp. And any others that are trapped there.
Minnove's just gonna nod. Only if you guys are on board.
I've been on board.
I will be behind you all the way. Although more accurately, in front of you, with my shield.
Be somewhere in the general vicinity.
Yes, who else will we have to take arrows for us?
Yeah,
Shots
they never
fired!
shoot me anyway.
That's Kari! On brand!
I'm sorry, Kari, that they bully you.
Does this mean we need to start I'm sorry. Does this mean we have to start a Kari-owned counter?
No.
You guys are just bullying the poor guy.
Ludviek.
He gets repeatedly...
Ludviek, I want you to know that the only reason I'm shot so much is because I go and I put myself in the line of fire and draw the fire away from the rest of you. I'm out there fighting and risking my life, same as the rest of you, and it just so happens that they like shooting at me. I don't see what's very funny about that. If you want me to stop, I will.
I'd
I
rather
would never
not
ask.
feel hurt, but I appreciate all of the effort you put into our fights.
Well,
Very...
Kari, I would never interpret to say that you should at all stop fighting. I merely say that you should be better at dodging.
Dodge!
How about, Ludviek, you try to take some of the heat sometimes?
You know what?
with,
What about this, Ludviek? How about you get better at healing? I heard that that's something paladins are supposed to do, right? Maybe I wouldn't fall over as much if you did your job.
He is a Sunan, so he's got you there.
Expected from a boy. A razor-sharp wit, a razor-sharp tongue, and a razor-sharp sword.
Thank you.
Well, all humor and joviality aside.
The next one is going to have a vicious mockery attached.
All right. And he just waves his hand like, all right. And, all right. Got to go do some very unpleasant things, most likely. Hopefully, I can convince Torvik to not kill them. But I don't suspect that will be quite easy.
I'd kill them if Torvik doesn't. If you want my honest opinion.
Alright. He's probably waiting for me. I'll be back in a bit. Ludviek sets out to go find Torvik. Probably he's waiting where the
Yeah.
to
It doesn't take you
make up.
terribly long to find Torek. You see that what few injuries he acquired in the previous day's combat have largely been cleared up at this point. He gives you a nod as you're on approach. Jazri did tell me that you had a means of helping with an interrogation. I imagine that's why you are coming to me now.
Yes. One of my many abilities that I can provide. I can cast what is essentially a zone of truth. Specifically on what it can do. Have you ever heard of such a thing before?
Yes, some mystics are aware of it as a spell, that they elect not to use it more often than not.
There are limitations. This will compel someone to tell the truth, but they do not have to speak. Even then, some creatures are able to still resist it. But if a creature is affected, though, I will know. And even if they're being evasive, I'll know when they're being evasive. So, at least get some answers that might help you. And us.
There's not much I need to know, but I'm sure you'll have your own questions aplenty. Let's get this over with. So he leads you down the tunnel toward the little fireplace where the two prisoners were kept. You see two different kobold scrappers have kind of swapped out with the previous ones to keep an eye on the prisoners, who are still there, still bound, haven't really done much moving. Looks like they've only just recently sort of woken up from their own sleep. Kind of bruised, tired, disheveled, all kinds of pathetic looking, really. Kind of lift their eyes toward you.
Let's see. Okay. Ludviek looks to Torek and nods, inviting him to start off, since he's the current boss around here. What he wants to ask them.
Torek will take a step forward, tail lashing a couple of times. You're alive by chance. Whether or not you stay that way is entirely on you. We will ask you questions. You will answer honestly.
And to which as soon as he's... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, then he says, you can let your imagination fill in the gaps of what will happen if you don't.
All right. And to which then, as soon as he finishes that, Ludviek will cast Zone of Truth.
All right, Zone of Truth.
Last 10 minutes.
All right, and it's Charisma saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
All right, spell save DC is 14. They're both going to roll at disadvantage because they are exhausted and battered and beaten and all kinds of scared. So first one will roll an 11, and the second one will roll a 12, so they both fail. So you lift up your ring stone, utter a few incantations as you sort of outstretch your palm toward the center of the fireplace. The flames momentarily hue shift from vibrant yellow to brilliant silver as this sort of shimmering, rippling dome kind of expands out from it to sort of envelop the area. You see the two of them kind of squirming a bit as they feel the magical effect settling over them. And then they just both fall still, look at each other. There's definite anxiety, a bit of fear on their faces.
After I finish casting the spell, I say to them, "You have my word that as long as you tell the truth, you will have the protection of Suna for yourselves. Now, let us not make this more unpleasant than it needs to be. Go ahead, Torek." And Ludviek just stands there at the ready.
Torek kind of looks at the two of them for a second and his tail swishes. I don't recognize your scent. You or the others who came with you. You're not from the actual protection of the fort, are you? No. The older of the two states. We weren't. We received a letter from our commander to take up this operation in exchange for pay from their employer. I don't know the full details.
Sellswords, then.
Jade Halberds, that's what we are.
Where is your group located out of?
Entering. It doesn't really matter now, though. You've killed all of us.
Ludviek nods to Torek to continue his questions first.
You mentioned an employer. What is their name? The two kind of share a look. Well, the order came from Commander Terlock. And who is Terlock? He's a high-ranking commander of the Jade Halberds, basically our commander in this region. The order came from him.
Your whole group. You set off specifically from entering, then?
All the ones that fought here, yes.
Would there be is there any other group that was traveling with you, or would be following behind?
Not that I can think of, no.
How soon did they expect you to return?
A few days from now.
Not much time indeed. If you were to be let go, where would you go?
Probably back to entering. Doubtless you would file a report and tell your masters where we're hiding, wouldn't you? The soldier just kind of looks off to one side and does not speak.
Not much was obvious. Ludviek paces back and forth and thinks. Why did you join the Jade Halberds?
It's work that lines up with our skill sets. It pays well. Takes you around. Challenging work.
Skill sets.
It's not much different from being just a regular adventurer, minus you just have a more rigid chain of command. And the contracts are negotiated by professionals. And wherever big cities you go to, you know for a fact you have a guild hall waiting for you. Warm bed, warm foods. People like you.
Two sides of the same coin we are, I guess. It's a darn shame yours was to recapture slaves.
They're kobolds. Torek snarls.
Aye, they are kobolds. Able to think, just like you. But I'm not here to argue what makes a person. I am more curious. This commander of yours, Terlock?
Terlock. What about him?
How would he fare? How do you think he would fare the moment he gets news of what happened here?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I've never met the man myself.
Yes, as you said, he is quite the high on the chain of command.
And we rather are not.
Tonic, is there any other questions you have for them?
You didn't operate out of the mine that housed us, but you would have needed to know where it was if you were to deliver us. In the event of your success, you would have needed a name. You will provide both and mark them on a map. And then will you let us go? Why should I? You came here with the express intention of slaughtering or capturing us. Many of us are elders or children. You would throw us back into a hole in the ground for a handful of coins. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't eat you both alive. Because you're better than that? Am I? Am I really? Just a second ago, you're the one who said, they're kobolds, as if that somehow excuses what you've done. Look, whatever happened to you? My friend and I, we were not involved. We're thoroughly foiled. You're part of the Halberds, aren't you? You said yourself you'd report to your chain of command.
As with any soldier. As with any, chain of command like that. It's merely how they are. How any of us are. We defend who we can defend, and we attack who we are told. I cannot tell you, men. I cannot tell you what to do with your own lives. I cannot tell you to, if you were to be let go, I cannot tell you to flee to another part of the country. I cannot tell you to go back to your own masters and report on what happened here. That is entirely something that would be within your realm. But I'd like you to think on the possible future. Say you do return, and you do report what happened here. Aside from it being a bit far-fetched of your group going after apparently weak kobolds and being utterly massacred, they might accept the fact that a random adventurer party appeared and joined the side of the kobolds. At the same time, they may think you merely just fled, or something else happened, or that maybe you even betrayed your own brethren. There are many possibilities. But one thing is for certain. Right now, this kobold holds your life in his claws. As do I. I would not like to see you harmed. And I would not like to see you harmed in the future either, from poor choices. Know that if you were to head back to the Jade Halberds, we most likely would cross swords again. And you saw how well my group fights.
Make a persuasion check for me, Ludviek.
All right.
And because that is a damn good point, you may make that with advantage.
All right.
Also because Torek is helping you.
All right. Ooh.
13.
Right about the same.
Let's see. Natural 1 on their charisma saves. So
They have shat their pants.
So the two soldiers kind of look at each other for a minute. And as you're starting to seeing the back and forth, like the one you've been talking to is visibly older than the other one. And you realize that like the younger of the two is actually looks to be fairly on the young side, like maybe like 19 or 20 years old. Were I to tell you that we would not return to the Halberds and let this whole operation just be bunk in exchange for our lives, what would I have to do to convince you of that?
Merely say that you would, and be truthful about it.
Intentions can change.
Aye. We never quite know what the future holds. But fate has a funny way of working itself back. Some call it karma. Some call it divine providence. But we all find out, in the end, what our choices lead us to. I would be willing to leave them. Oh, sorry.
Torek will glare at them for a little bit.
As he's glaring, Ludviek would say one more thing. There has already been much death here. Much of a toll on both them and yours. Let this be the blood spilt for now. Perhaps none needs to be spilt more in the future.
The Rythar speaks the truth. You've seen what happens when you cross us. You will shed your uniforms and you will flee. And understand this. If you should renege on your word, every strip of flesh I can peel from you, I will. Because if I can't protect these people, I'll make sure that those who harm them will pay for it. Are we clear? Yes. No amount of money is worth this. Good. Then get out. And Torek will turn on his heel and march away, sort of saying something in dragon tongue to one of the others, who will, and they'll go and start hauling the archers to their feet.
I will escort them outside, and probably to the edge of their encampment.
All right. Once you sort of have them at the sort of edge of the tree line, not far away from the cave, the scrapper sort of rip the bonds off of their hands and shove them forward, snarling at them in dragon tongue. But they kind of look back at you. I don't know why you elect to throw your lot in with these dragonkin, Sunan, but the fact remains you've saved our lives. For that much, at least, I am grateful.
I took many of your comrades' lives. I feel your gratitude. I will accept it. But it is also misplaced.
You could have just as easily killed both of us. You went out of your way to come back for me, though. I don't know if that makes me special, or if you just have a bleeding heart, and frankly, at this point, I don't care.
As he says that, I give them one more look up and down. I know they're pretty ragged, but I'd like to see if there's any outstanding injuries on them.
Medicine check. 17. The younger of the two, the one that you kind of cowed into surrendering outside the cave itself, like, he's kind of scraped up, looks pretty hungry, but otherwise is fine. The older of the two, who's been leading all the conversations, the one whose kneecap you shattered previously, you see that he's kind of standing at a somewhat awkward angle, and with a 17, you clock that though he can walk and can probably fight if need be, there's a decent chance that the damage you did to his knee did not heal correctly. Not entirely, so there's a pretty decent chance that he's going to start developing a limp with time.
Anything by chance that I could provide a little bit of healing right now to help either of them with, or is it just more so this is going to be just permanent for now on?
There are limits to magic, unfortunately. A wound like that isn't gonna...
Yeah.
If it had healed correctly the first time, it probably would have been fine, but at this point, the only way you could get that properly would necessitate a surgery, probably, and there's no way this guy's gonna let you do that. And you
all
don't
right, time before knee surgery.
And you also... And plus, you lack the tools and the training for advanced surgery. You're good with medicine, but not that good.
Yeah. All right. Then, to both of them, I give. Let's see. We are. How far are we again? Hang on. I'm just minimizing something. Let's see.
The nearest town is Liviolor, and it's it'll probably take them a couple days to get there on foot.
Yeah. All right. Then Ludviek is going to hand him something he's prepared. As they were walking, he was preparing this. He gives them 3 days worth of rations, 2 torches, and a simple knife.
All right.
If you make this list, you can get yourselves over to Liviolor. I would say head north, find a carriage, or find other work. The Jade Halberds, they're not as widespread as they would like themselves to believe. I'm sure you could find work anywhere.
Probably. The problem is that the Halberds are where we've been for a while now.
If you are looking for work, gonna have to have you remind me on this one, Skitch. Who was the person in Riversmeet that was part of the exploratory group that went into the forest?
You mean the leader of the river crawlers?
Yeah, the river crawlers.
Okay. Let me see if I can find the note.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through my backstories notes here, and I can't find it.
It was I pushed the wrong button.
Wait.
It was this chick.
Oh, it's Jarnia Nikolai, I think, right? Yeah.
Jarinia Nikolai, yes.
Jarinia Nikolai. All right. Ludviek then says, if you make your way to Asmara and then east to Riversmeet, the leader of the scouts of the river... Dang it.
The river crawlers.
The river crawlers, by the name of Jarnia Nikolai. The river crawlers do much work within the forest. They have similar work to what you were just doing. And I have it on good authority, and also personal knowledge of myself. There is going to be a lot of work coming their way. They discovered something that they'll need more hands on. Work like that would keep you out of the eye and sight of the Jade Halberds themselves. And you'd be in your kind of wheelhouse, as the term goes.
I suppose it's something we can consider. Never thought I'd see myself working for a group of rangers, but I guess we can ask.
That's the only thing I can offer.
It's more than we're due. Thank you, genuinely. Sort of nods to his younger counterpart. You good? As good as I can be. Then let's go. We're burning daylight.
Ludviek thinks on it and says, one moment. Not sure how many will of your challenge. He then hands over a single of his 5 javelins, just in case you were into trouble.
Better than a knife, I suppose.
All right, so I'll mark him down to 4 javelins until we buy another.
All right. All right. Let's go,
Good
then.
luck to you.
We're probably going to need it just to get to town alive.
I would suggest sticking to the river. As long as you stay out of the sight of any river drakes, you should be good.
Nearest river's pretty far away. First thing we gotta do is just get to it. We'll follow the shore. Easy enough. We can fish if we need to. All right. Come on. And he sort of pats the younger one on the shoulder, and they turn and start walking away. And as they're going, Ludviek, you sort of just watch them go for a little bit. And there's like this little sort of tension that had kind of been spooling in the back of your neck, as if you had slept on it wrong several times over the last few days. That kind of tension and cramp starts to unwind a little bit. It's hard to know if this was the right choice, but there's this part of your mind that understands your oaths and your vows as a Sunan, even though you wield a hammer as opposed to, an empty hand. You were dangerously close to accidentally violating your oaths. But as you kind of see those two walking away and know that you negotiated the sparing of their lives, whether it's a good thing or not in the long run, at the very least, there didn't need to be more death today. And for that much, at least, you feel at least a measure of peace with yourself. So.
All right. And Ludwig heads back to the group. Speaking of which, what is the group doing?
Yeah, good question. That all took Ludviek a bit, so what have you all been doing?
You're smoking the good kush.
Hey, we found these cool cave mushrooms. You want to, grind them into a powder and stick them in your nose?
Minnove needs to chill the fuck out, y'all.
Alright, okay, so Skid doesn't know what cooks are. He thinks kush is mushrooms. We're not.
Look, I genuinely don't know, which drug kush is referring to. Probably marijuana. But, I am not versed in the community, so... I have never, here's the funny thing. I have tried to smoke weed a single time. It was from a vape pen, and I couldn't figure out how to make it work, so I just gave it back and didn't get any.
Oof.
Okay.
It was at a D&D table with my family. My brother was like, hey, you want to try this? It's legal in our state. And I was like, you know what? Sure, fuck it, why not? First time for anything. Tried it for a couple seconds, I can't figure out how to make this work. Your device is faulty. I handed it back. He proceeded to use it, and at that point I was like, the impulse is gone now. Let's just keep going.
What do you mean I'm right here?
The impulse, not impulsive.
In seriousness.
All right.
I think Minnove is just outside, just kind of mulling around, playing her instrument, just mindlessly.
All right.
One of your strings is out of tune. Did you notice that?
She specifically plays the string again instead of tune.
Yes, that's the one out of tune. So you do know. That's great.
She then proceeds to pluck away a few chords on that specific string.
Okay, yes, it's still out of tune. Do you have trouble hearing your own instrument?
You're no fun, Kari. And she tunes it.
I'm sorry, but when a string is supposed to sound like ding, 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 but then it sounds like bong, bong, it bugs me a little bit.
You are exaggerating. It was not that bad. It was slightly off tune.
Cross his arms.
Oh, right. Well,
Like a
you
child.
show me. You show me how to play.
But it had nothing to do with your playing. It was out of tune. How often do you tune it?
That's what I'm doing. She tunes it a little bit and she tries to play it.
I need to turn you up. Hang on.
I don't. Oh, whatever. I'll deal with it later. What are you chuckling about?
This is out of character chuckling.
What did you do?
No, I just thought the interaction just happened was funny.
Oh, I mean, that's
And now,
true.
and now that I'm out of character, I'm reacting to it.
It was
Like
funny,
laughing at
you're
your own
right.
joke. Well. So, how long do you think Ludviek is gonna take?
Knowing him, he'll be there for 6 weeks if that's what it takes to get those two out of here unharmed.
I don't think they can be trusted.
Isn't lion's useful in a scuffle to a point?
Trust them as far as I can throw them. So look at me. I got nothing. Got no throwing on.
I get the impression you can barely throw your own guitar or whatever it is.
Sitar.
You can throw your sitar very far at all, even.
See, I would do that just to prove you wrong, but then that requires me throwing my sitar, which I would very be upset if it broke.
And I'm glad you're intelligent enough to catch what I was trying to do there.
Just because it's out of tune doesn't mean to go buy a new one.
Oh no, I just thought it'd be funny just for you to throw it.
What if you threw
It just
your
would have been
guitar?
funny. No, I wouldn't.
Let me try throwing your guitar. Hold on. And she will start reaching
Roll for
towards
initiative.
Kari's.
I'm going to go climb one of
Ari's
the...
just gonna stand up and hold it over his head. That's it. I win.
God damn it, you. She's gonna kick his shin. Very lightly, but not like purposefully. Like, kind of like a fuck you.
Ow.
You sure, Tuki?
It didn't hurt physically, but it hurt deeper.
On a different level?
And you're still not getting the guitar. What?
Just this feels familiar. I am reminded of the blue crystal thingy you guys found in the ruins and how you kind of played jungle in the Jenga gym with it in that one like house of respite when the internet was going wheh. Discord specifically was going wheh. This is the
my
exact
God.
same scenario, just with a guitar instead.
Make a dexterity saving throw, Kari, of 15.
I guess.
What? Okay.
I guess that's the DC. I figured it would be a sleight of hand check as opposed by a dexterity saving throw, but
I mean,
whatever.
I could do sleight of hand.
Let's do that. That makes
No,
more sense to me.
I'll do sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Are we doing sleight of hand versus a dexterity saving throw?
Yes, Minnova's doing sleight of hand. You're doing a dex save.
Oh, I don't know why that rolled 3 times. Take the first time.
Yeah, we'll take the first one as 21.
Yeah, we're. Do defenders win ties?
Or does it mean it beats it?
I mean, I'm going to roll with the fact that Kari
I
has a
get
higher
advantage
bonus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I have advantage because I'm taller?
No, I'm just going to let you take the win narrowly because your dexterity bonus is higher.
Okay.
The guitar will be mine, Kari. You've set it.
Let me know when we're heading out.
You sure, Tuki? Sorry if this is all loud.
No, just didn't sleep well. Just gonna see if some elevation helps.
Okay. Yeah. If you need anything, let me know, and we'll... anything.
She'll just nod and find one of those like rocky ledges that she was sitting on top during the fight and climb up there and wait for Ludviek.
All right. It's not too terribly long. Eventually you would all see Ludviek escorting out the 2 prisoners and sending them on their way.
So, Ludviek, what's the verdict that you've given them?
Well,
Ludviek? Too emotional to speak.
his thing keeps flickering with mute.
Yeah, I think he's having trouble. I mean, I heard a little bit of something, but...
Ah!
Oh, and he lost connection.
Hello.
Hello,
There
hello?
we go. Hi.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah.
Now it's working. All right. Minnove, you start again.
So, Ludviek, and she'll look over at the prisoners that he's escorting out.
I mean, they've left at this point. He set them on their way.
Oh yeah,
They've
no,
left?
this would be Ludviek walking back.
So, what was the verdict?
They, to my knowledge, are going to try to head north. I give them some food, and they hope in a prayer that they will make it. They are in the hands of Suna, and in fate itself.
Alright, well, what kind of information did you get from them? If any, valuable.
Well, the group they were from...
Right, that is something actually that I need to point out. That the guys did actually point out on the map where the thing was from and give a name. I completely forgot to go over that, but they did do that. So.
Oh, yeah.
So, specifically, they indicated when they were brought a map. Yeah, sorry to sort of retroactively insert this. I completely forgot that was part of the deal.
As did I.
Yeah, okay. But specifically, the name they gave for the location that the letter came from is called Fort Red Iron. And they marked its location on a map. So it is there in that little valley. A fair distance from Antarine, all told.
Yeah, that's at least going to be 3, maybe 4, maybe even 5 days if travel's bad.
Well,
We
let's
need to pick up butterscotch as well.
Mm-hmm.
that is true. Well, do you think they'll be okay?
They said they would follow the shoreline.
I mean, the kobolds.
Nah.
I could give a rat's ass about them.
Right. Well, I thought it was well understood that they would be okay. Although, from what they were talking...
You trust they won't be telling somebody or returning?
I trust them that they won't. I do. But, on the off chance that they decide to go back, it will take them quite a bit to get back to entering themselves. And they're both hurt, and they're going to be going slower. If we were to head out today, cut through the forest, make our way back to Livulor, and then get on the road immediately, we might be able to get back to Antarin possibly a day, maybe half a day before they do. Which, if we're lucky, will be enough time to make it to Fort Redline. As for what to do with the kobolds, the best thing they could do is move. But I know with their type and number, that would be quite hard. We could try helping them move first, but...
I feel like that will be taking more time.
Yes.
I think the best way to go about this is to be as fast as we can to this fort. Come back with everyone, reinforcements and all. Pray that they hide from whatever might be coming, or beat whatever might be coming to follow. Because there's no way we can move everyone here. Somewhere safe, discreet, that they will trust, and that no one on the shore will target them. There's no way.
There is another idea that I had,
Yeah.
but it is risky.
We're also on limited time because eventually they're going to wonder what happened to the crew they sent.
That actually is where my idea comes in, but Ludviek looks over to Boron. This might actually require your expertise, Boron. Specifically, well, how often are the Jade Halberds at hiring outside help?
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
See if I can think.
1 second. Right.
'Cause they're dead.
You can make a history check with advantage on this one, Boron.
Hooray.
You're aware of the Jade Halberds and know about them, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're super intimate with their usual MO, so you've never been a
My
member.
history is -2.
Oh my god! Huh.
Whoa!
Really knows shit.
Whoa!
He's asked, he's like, whoa. What is 1 minus 2?
What is a
-1.
jade? What is a jade and what is a halberd?
Huh.
This company. What do they do again? Oh, my dementia's really setting in on me.
You don't know?
That's like the worst. That's like the worst roll
I should.
I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Period.
Thank you.
Twice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Someone do the mathematics on that. How rare that was to happen. All right.
1 to 400. I can say that.
Actually,
Okay.
it happened to me last Sunday.
Oh,
Huh.
gracious.
Yeah, but
And I had
you don't
2
have
natural
-2
20s in a
on your
row.
skill.
And I had 2 natural 20s in a row earlier.
Okay.
Oh no, that's the funny thing. Is I did have -1 as my final result on my.
Wow.
All right.
So sorry that my
Hold on.
good luck earlier had to give you this bad luck, Boron. Jesus. Yeah, you don't know.
All right.
You really don't know.
Yeah, I have no clue. There are a couple of mercs that take on outside help, but it's relatively rare, especially for large companies.
An idea I had is that, well, if they are expecting their competitor to come back in just a few days' time, it would be the same time of us showing up in Antharim. Which means that if they did not come back, they might wait, possibly 3 days, maybe a week at most. Would you think, before they would send out another group looking? An idea I had was, what if we make them think they succeeded, but at great cost? Perhaps one of the mystics of the kobold casted a very dangerous fireball spell or something, where they laid horrible traps, and basically of the group that came back, we can make them think that the group that did survive is injured, and just wanted to send advance notice that they would be delayed in coming back.
Without some kind of written proof and maybe a seal or something, chances.
That's why I was wondering, is any seal or anything remaining off of that night that was, well, melted?
What? I did what I had to, alright?
Indeed.
He got what was coming.
Plausible lie could be that he was killed, and the only ones that remained were some of the archers, and they knew that they could not make it back
I
because
just
they were
want to
injured.
point out that every single member of their crew was human.
Yes. Oh, just idea. Just thinking of ideas. Otherwise, we are very limited on time and getting there and getting back.
I say we get there, figure out what we're gonna do on the way to Antarin, and then do what we
Alright.
need. I might
Nice.
be able to pull some favors at Antarin to maybe give us more time.
Aye, it is your hometown.
My leeway there is dodgy. But I might. Someone might know a guide to help to help me out.
Well then,
Do you have connections?
Yes, Kari, I have connections in Antarin.
Yeah.
I have plenty. I hope. Maybe. I don't know.
Huh? All right.
We'll see.
Impressive.
I know
you.
Uncle Bob and
Uncle Bob knows people.
of that you should also know that there was a commander that the two of them mentioned. A Trerlock. He's stationed also.
Terlock, yeah.
Oh, Terlock. Dang it. Why do I keep reading as Trey? Oh.
I don't know.
All right.
Are you
Terlock.
dyslexic?
Yeah. No, the glasses are just dirty. That's why. Terlock. He is stationed also in Antarin.
Can
So-
I? do
Specifically, he was stationed in Red Iron.
Oh, he was I thought you said he was stationed.
No. The command came from Terlock, who sent it in the form of a letter to the guild hall in Antarine, which then dispatched the bulk of its force to do this thing.
Ah, okay. Right. Rewind. The commander of the fort that we would be going to. His name is Terlock. Perhaps your contacts in Antarine might be able to find out some information on him.
Well, don't call my contacts like super legitimate. This is a big stretch. This is a big stretch from, hey, can I crash on your couch, to, hey, can you stop at the Jade Halberds?
One does not need to stop them. There are many ways to delay any group.
At the very least, buy us some time.
Yes. Yeah. If there is anything
Either
else you need to do here, I would suggest do it quickly. We should head out as soon as possible.
Minnove will look back. No, I think I'm ready. The sooner we get this done and over with, the much easier I'll feel.
At the very least, say bye.
I mean, I could, but like.
Ludviek puts Ludviek puts his hand on her shoulder and says, "You should at least say your farewells."
Do we? I guess. She will walk into the cave.
All right. Doesn't take you, who are you trying to find?
Jazzery, and Torek, and maybe if I can see Krojak.
The named NPCs.
Yeah, okay.
The name.
I was more just wondering, who are you going to go see first, more specifically?
I would probably run into Torek first, considering where it was stationed.
Yeah, so if you're looking for Torek, it doesn't take you terribly long, sort of asking a kobold you come across, hey, could you point me to him? It doesn't take you long. You eventually find him sort of in, the central sort of a chamber where, a Jazri sort of educated you the night before. And you see that he's sort of standing by the fire, arms crossed, just kind of looking like he is enduring as Jazri is talking to him. And as you sort of draw closer, you get the vibe of the conversation that she is commending him for showing restraint, and he doesn't like listening to it. They both look up as you're approaching.
Hello. Goodbye.
What?
We are going to get them back. Everyone. And, Ludviek told me that it's probably best to come in here and say goodbye and let you all know that we're headed out to brave the journey. Thank you all for your knowledge and your hospitality, and she'll bow her head. Very well welcomed and appreciated. Thank you. But I believe if we are to help you all getting this done as soon as possible, bringing everyone home. That's what will be dictated on this mission.
You are certainly better suited to the task than we are.
Try.
It would be wise not to go in without a plan. I cannot speak for what changes they might have made to security since we left. But if you and your friends are willing, I can at the very least tell you about the layout of the place.
That would be very much appreciated, definitely. At least be able to get a scope on what's going on, and then act accordingly there. I mean, we work best when it's in the moment kind of thing, you know?
Most plans don't survive very long when things start to happen, but still, knowing a layout can be helpful.
Yes, definitely. Be much appreciated. I'm sure Ludviek and Boron would appreciate
I'll give you a rundown.
Skijaramaz.
I'll give you a rundown. Might be a good idea for you to write this down. If you're intent on taking off, we don't want to waste time with me having to repeat myself.
And she'll pull out her notebook. Alright?
Alright. The mine itself is a vertical pit. Some pit mines are more of a spiral. This one is just a straight drop. The primary way in and out is via a lift system that can only be operated from the top. There is no way to call it from the bottom, or if there is, it has to be answered from the top. The lift is connected to a fortress that rests at the top of the mine. It's not large necessarily. Seems more like a standard barrack security outpost. A single large, tall obelisk of stone almost, with only 4 towers. I imagine it wouldn't have much more than maybe 15, 30 people at absolute most manning it if it's overcrowded. I don't have a layout of the interior of the place, unfortunately. But I'm confident that the kobolds they kept as leverage were stored somewhere inside or beneath that fort. There was another lift that was primarily used for ferrying the ore that we harvested from the mines up to the surface. It operated like a massive circle. Various wheels controlled it. They would send down massive metal carts, we would load them with ore and stone, and then they would haul them back up. That line had dozens of these, which they would unhook at night to prevent us from trying anything. The lifts and that elevator are both guarded, day in and day out. The mine itself has several layers, 4 of them in total. Each level has its own separate shafts going off in different directions. Last I checked, when I was still there, they had intentions of extending it down an entire additional tier, as the tunnels we were digging in were starting to dry up, but there was promise that there would be more further down. Plus, if the hole gets deeper, it gets harder to climb out. There's a bunkhouse at the bottom inside the pit itself. That's where the workers were housed. There was also a work shed and a platform for the lift to arrive at.
Alright. And, whereabouts were the mates and the, young ones held?
We believe they were held inside the fortress itself, or beneath it. A basement level, perhaps.
Alright. Something to work with, and she'll close her book with a kind of clap. Thank you, Torek.
Be careful. I mean it. There will be more of them guarding that fort than there were coming after us here, and they will be on their home turf. I want our missing friends and family back more than anyone. But do not throw your lives away on an impossible task.
Like I said, Torek. Hope's all I got. And she will close her book
Alright.
and put it into her, bag.
As for us, it'll be difficult, but we should at the very least try to move. I doubt we can get very far, but I don't want to take any chances.
If you all can move, that would be much appreciated. We're hearing that their base, their guild, is in Antarine. And any further notice or letter going to Asmara would completely just bypass you all. Gonna try and delay the Antarine Guild as much as we can, so that
Right.
we buy ourselves a little more time if they catch word that.
We're probably going to try and go farther west, I think. He sort of looks at Jazri. Farther away from human civilization. We will still keep to the shores, at least. The fish provide a reliable source of food for the young ones.
Yeah. You all stay safe, and take care of everyone.
That's what I'm here for.
You're doing a great job, both of you. I'm sure. I don't know her that well, but I'm sure my mother would be very, very happy with the both of you.
I hope you're right.
I've yet to be proven wrong.
Well, and when Torek opens his eyes again, you do actually see, like, he's kind of letting his guard down for a moment. Like, you actually see, like, a bit of emotion bleeding through in his expression. Like, it's hard to put a word to it, but it's definitely something intense that he's been trying to keep under wraps for a while. You get the feeling. Just bring them back. I already let them down once.
With my life. She will walk out.
All right. You still want to seek out Kirjak?
If I can.
Easy enough. You know where the kids were sort of making their little nest. And while they've kind of scattered out, as you sort of, like, they're not all hunkered there right now as you make your approach, but as you step your way in, you do see Kirjak kind of trading words with a couple of the Greenscale kids. And he looks up as you're entering the room, and his face sort of lights up a bit. You.
Yes. Hello. I will be heading out here in a minute. I'm gonna get all your friends and your parents and family back.
The two children kind of spring up. You're gonna save Mom?
I'm gonna do my best.
They both clamor for it and kind of like hug your legs, basically.
Oh, gonna smile and like pat the top of their heads. Very awkward, like.
Please bring back Mom. We miss Mom.
Yeah. And she will bend down and kind of move them. I promise. I will bring back everyone that I can. And by everyone, I mean everyone. What's your mom's name?
Thara.
Tara?
Thara.
And what's your name, little one?
I'm Najit.
Najit? Alright. When I find her, I'll let you know. I'll let her know that you were looking for her.
The other Greenscale kind of pipes up. Don't forget about me. It's my mom too.
Aww. And what's your name, little one?
Shit, I need to come up with one.
Goldwyn's ultimate goal to make every NPC named.
Lonzo.
The shitty thing is I have to remember these names now.
Yeah, you make your own hole here.
I know. Alright, Lonzo. Lonzo and Najit. I promise you both. I'll let your mother know that you are awaiting her arrival. Now.
Skij, can we get not only Lonzo's name, but also his mother, father, grandparents, great-grandparents' names? This is important.
Important to the lore. And you will keep listening to Torek and Jazzery, okay?
Mhm.
I will be back with my friends and with everyone else.
Kirjak kind of comes up to the two, kind of like pulls them up close, and you kind of see like they're visibly not like related to each other, but you get the impression they kind of have a sibling relationship going on based by the way the two little ones, Najit and Lonzo, kind of cuddle up to him as he pulls them close, and he looks at you and just, please be safe.
I promise. It's a Ringdancer promise. The very least.
And it kind of moves forward and like gives you a big sort of hug around the neck.
She'll hug him, and then when he lets go, she'll let go. And she'll wave goodbye.
Alright. So, you wave to them as you turn and take your leave. They wave after you. It's not terribly long before you're stepping back out of the caves and reuniting with your party waiting for you outside.
All right, everyone. Have you said all your goodbyes now, too?
I didn't think anybody would know me well enough to
I
be
mean,
bothered if I forgot.
Torek was very worried about us.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the mystic
Jazzery.
lady again?
Bye, Jazzery. Thank you for the lessons.
Yeah, bye. See ya.
Alright. Well then. So, with at least a little bit of intel gleaned, a path set, and farewell said, you gather up your supplies, and I presume your path is to make for the settlement of Livialore?
Yes, to get butterscotch and then make our way down.
Yes, because you need your fucking horse. Need your fucking horse, don't you know?
Well, don't you fucking go about this with me there, eh?
Yeah.
This could be easily solved if someone allowed me to then just find Steed, but that would be too much now, wouldn't it?
Gotta remember, find steed does not manifest a cart.
True! True!
Just butterscotch.
So you could summon a majestic ass mount and then is like, hey, can you carry all of us? And it'll just give you a look like,
No.
right, no. I am not physically capable of this, and also we Fae happen to be unionized.
Curses. All right.
Is it accurate to call, like, the Fae courts unions?
I mean, fair.
Eat from them and eat any of their food, and you'll definitely be part of a union, that's for sure.
At least with the Unseelie.
Yeah.
Alright, so gotta get back
Alright.
to Livialore.
Alright, so the path to Livialore has no clear-cut road for you to follow, so you will be following the shore or cutting through forest. Either way, the end result is going to be difficult terrain. So,
If we follow along the shore, we may run into those guys again. That'd be kind of awkward.
indeed.
Yeah.
So, presuming, of course, that you would be able to... It's more or less the same route, the same distance, whatever route, either just a straight shot through the forest or following the shore. It's only like 1 extra mile following the shore. So ultimately, it just depends which way you want to go.
I say cut down. Go through the forest if it's faster.
All right. Give me a second. There's something I wish to check. Da-da-da. well, ultimately, I guess, who's taking the lead?
I guess I will, because I'm relatively familiar with, well, not this area, but the mountains, basically.
All right. You're not in mountains, but all right. So you're just kind of spearheading the trip back to Livielor. Just easier to get away from the kobolds. The last couple days have been very uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm doing one of those things where everyone has to contribute to travel. If you manage to succeed the final roll at the end of this thing, then you might actually be able to get there in a single day instead of 2.
What? Yo!
So,
Unbelievable.
yeah, it basically just determines whether or not you guys will have to deal with the halved travel pace through the difficult terrain of the forest, or if you can cut a quick path. But let's see what happens. So first things first, Boron, he already said he's spearheading. So Ludviek, what contributions are you making to swift traversal towards Livielor as you start to carve a path through the forest?
Basically looking out for any, like, if we ever get to the top of an incline or whatnot, trying to look for basically ways to cut through the thicket, and because we're going through dense forest here, basically try to look for spots that we could just be like, oh, we don't have to go through a bunch of trees if we head over that direction, or oh, hey, this slope curves down and whatnot and leads a pretty open area over there that'll help us get through without having to pass through any trees. Just basically help him trailblaze.
All right. So, this is navigating in a natural environment, so I'll say this will be a survival check.
All right. Ouch!
Boron, do you want to save... Not Boron. Ludviek, do you want to save my family?
So, Ludviek, you're still getting the hang of navigating forests. You kind of got the hang of the core of the Forest of 1,000 Rivers, but this is a little bit different, and you're not really used to this sort of close-to-water wetlands, so every time you think, oh, that seems like a clear path, and you go to step into it, it's actually kind of just wet. So that is a failure on your part. You are not helping. Minnove, how are you trying to help?
I'm gonna try and just follow my nose.
All right. Sense of smell, trying to find, like, drafts, paths where the air flows normally, maybe areas where animals have passed through before, marking paths of least resistance. Okay, perception check. You are using your sense of smell, so you get advantage, but because it's such an abstract thing, 10. Man, there's a big body of salt water right there. It's kind of throwing you off a bit. Okay. All right. Kari, what are you doing?
What I'm doing is saving this entire operation.
Oh, right.
I don't want to play. I don't want to default to playing music, but we're gonna do a thing. No, actually, I should play the music. Kari's just gonna play good music to keep spirits up.
Morale is surprisingly important. So even if someone fucks up, you play like a little rim shot just to kind of like get everyone to like laugh at us. Like, okay, we fucked up, we're moving slowly, but we're having a good time, so that mood doesn't decrease. That sounds fair to me. Performance check. Okay,
And
so
that's why.
fair enough.
Oh my God, Kari.
All right, so that is one success.
That 13 is a 2, by the way.
Jesus. Tuki, you're last up. What is your contribution?
I think Tuki's been kind of
I'm gonna say she's scouting ahead, make sure no dangerous predators, no surprises.
Okay.
I don't want to say that she's doing it to be unseen, just so that she can like hurry back and report and like change paths if needed.
All right. Survival or stealth, your pick. That is, okay. So we have 2 fails and 2 successes, so the DC balances out. Tuki, you're pretty effective. Once you kind of realize that Ludviek has no idea what the fuck he's doing right now, you kind of like, hey, that's all right. I grew up on an island. And you capitalize on that to kind of intuit paths as you start scouting ahead, making sure you're not blundering in any animal dens or patches of dangerous terrain or anything like that. Thoroughly compensating for Ludvik's prior foibling. So, that means that the DC stabilizes. Boron, survival check.
Yay. Okay. Survival. Oh, man. Ugh. That's not great. Oh, well.
If you had gotten that 15, that's what you needed.
But I didn't.
You didn't. So, unfortunately, you do not make the great time that you were kind of hoping for. As you make your way toward Liviolor, the difficult terrain slows you down so much that you manage to only get a little over halfway before the darkness of night starts to settle in over your heads. The sun falls and it's just pale ring light filtering down through the somewhat sparse-ish canopy of this thinned region of forest near the shores of the water. So, regrettably, failed roll costs you a day, but it's fine. So, I will say, nothing harangues or harasses you as you are taking that rest, your long rest on the way. So, the next day, it's yet more travel at about the same pace as before. But after, it's getting on towards evening, when you kind of come up over a ridge, the trees sort of start to scatter and thin away from you, and you do see the settlement of Liviolor spreading out before you, the familiar sights of its various paths and cobbled houses, the arch sort of spreading out over the water, and the fishing boats that have come back in to tether themselves up for the night, including the boat of that one guy whose name I'm forgetting, whose boat you took to get out onto the lake in the first place. What was his name? Something. I don't have it listed. I'm a fucking idiot.
Clorn.
Clorn. Thank you. That was it. Yeah, Clorn's barge is back, so.
Spinglebuck.
Clorn Spinglebuck. Halfling extraordinaire. No. The funniest thing is that does kind of sound like a halfling name, like a hobbit name.
Clorn Spinglebuck. I farm pumpkins for a living.
A belt maker. Make spangled belts. Studded with little bits of metal.
Now,
Right.
oh, where is Butterscotch?
You left Butterscotch at the inn? No, the stable, which this town does have.
Go get your bones.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I'm headed to the stables, and
Alright. It is evening at the time that you arrive in town, but fair enough. So you make your way down to the stables, kind of spearheading the path. And as you're arriving, sort of making your way in, almost at once, sort of from the back, you see Butterscotch kind of lifting up her head toward you. Ears immediately perk up. sort of stomps the ground a few times. She seems thrilled to see you all.
Hey. Very nice. Should we get going tonight, or should we stay the night?
I'd say so, but I'm also a little biased when it comes to this right now, so...
Yeah, we kind of lost a lot of time.
I would say we should head out as soon as possible.
Right.
Yes.
Sleep is for the wicked.
Is that how the saying goes?
Well, sleep is...
I thought it was no rest for the wicked.
No rest for the wicked, that is
almost
the saying.
the same. Yeah.
You're so smart.
And apparently incredibly wicked.
Wickedly. Cool.
Yeah. I heard that.
What?
Proceed.
I think I missed something. Right.
It's all right. Just
Good.
Minnove. Just Minnove involving herself with FedEx.
I posted my theory in the Discord chat so the audience doesn't have to see. Am I right, Goldwyn, or?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Awesome, I'm right. Let's go.
It's a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
We still have at least half an hour to go.
I mean, Butterscotch is well rested. We can take turns driving.
The only thing beforehand, Ludviek would just like to replenish whatever the... I mean, was there a general store, or is the tavern the only thing really in town?
I'd assume there's a general store, sure.
He would like to get just a couple more things of rations to replenish, because he's pretty low on that.
Okay, I'm not worried about rations.
Okay.
I'm not keeping track of food.
Oh, okay. All right, well then I'll just...
Unless you guys wind up in like a survival situation where you're actively stranded from civilization for a protracted period of time, and I want to actively run a situation where feeding yourselves is important, and in that scenario, I'll be like, also you lost your rations and all the chaos that brought you here, so you gotta start foraging, mother truckers. But otherwise, I just assume you have sufficient food.
We also just have the foraging for free ability.
There's also that.
Yeah. Let's look at some nice Giznard meat. The creature that we killed on the way to this town.
Yes.
Jisnar?
Giznard, yes.
Yes, that thing. Snake hound.
I still got some of that snake meat too.
Still got, right. Do you want to replenish the javelin that you lost?
Yes. So we'll bump that back up to 5.
Yep, that'll be 5 silver.
5 silver.
5 silver for 1.
Yeah,
javelin.
To which then
that's what the player's handbook says.
Yes.
Inflation.
I forget. Didn't we wasn't there some gold we got off the pockets of that mercenary group we slaughtered?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 29 or something.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So
everybody can have 6 except for one person would only get 5.
Right.
I'll do the 5.
No, Ludviek will do the 5. All right, which is fine because then. All right, so 5 of that. So so 7 down to 2, down to 8, and so 2 to 4. Okay, he should have 4 gold and 8 silver then. All right. Yes.
All right.
Buys the spear.
Fair
The
enough.
javelin.
Yes, you're back up to your normal number of javelins. Cool. All right. So, you have maybe an hour of light left after doing that before the sun will hit the horizon, but you still have time enough to at least get started on the road.
Okay.
So, if there's nothing else you wish to do in this town...
Actually, I need to also replenish javelins. I just see I lost 4.
I mean,
Didn't
those
take-
javelins
That's
you
$2.
used in a battle, which I assume you then went and picked them up.
Nah, they're soiled. So
Okay.
They broke.
I'm gonna buy new ones.
All right, if you're gonna buy 4 javelins, that amounts to
It's
2
2
gold.
golds.
Yes.
Who would have guessed?
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So, with your supplies thus restocked, you pile into the back of your wagon once more. The stable hand kind of informs you as you're piling in. Right, well, the horse is all brushed and fed, and whatever vile spirits gone and got themselves knickered up in a tum have probably gone and left at this point.
Was she sick?
No, she's mean.
Oh,
All right.
I don't believe that. Just pet butterscotch.
Oh, the horse has certainly got an attitude. The very least she does with me.
He just likes to move. We get each other.
Oh, I guess so. All right. Well, have a good one.
Well, we're heading back to Antarin then. Towards.
Alrighty. So, with that in mind, butterscotch all hooked up, your supplies replenished, task ahead of you, you roll out of Livialore, and after barely any time at all, about an hour, you make it back to the main road. As the last fragments of your light start to slip away and darkness falls over the land. So, you said you wanted to keep moving, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be interesting. Thing is, when you're in a moving thing like a wagon, it's gonna be at least a little bumpy, and that can be disruptive. Except for maybe the Kraven, she'll sleep like a goddamn rock in this thing. But like the rest of you might have a hard time, and when it comes time for like, if whoever is driving the cart is like doing like is like basically the one on watch equivalent wise, that could potentially cause some like changing positions could be a little awkward. So
I feel like they'd have to be the ones who can see in the night.
yeah, there's also that. So, I guess the way I'll handle this, because this is kind of a weird way to go about this. If you're going to be heading on in this particular way, the way I will handle it is, I guess I'll just have everyone make a Constitution saving throw. It won't be a high DC, but there will be a DC attached. And if you fail, then you're going to have a really hard time sleeping in the back of the wagon as it's rolling along. There's not a lot of space, and it's kind of claustrophobic, and it is moving.
My favorite save.
All right.
Oh, Tuki! Oh, no, that was Tuki.
That's
Boron.
Boron.
Never mind.
Tuki hasn't rolled yet. Oh.
Oh, I spoke too soon. I'm so sorry. I thought that was Tuki. I really thought that was Tuki. I was like, oh my god, Tuki, I'm so proud of you.
You can't get a 20. Not even with a natural 20.
Don't worry, I'm with you, girl. It's fine.
As am I.
All right.
Kari and Boron are out.
So, yes, Tuki, Minnove, and Ludviek, unfortunately, this is in your haste to see to this project in good time, unfortunately, you do not sleep well. I need the 3 of you to take a point of exhaustion.
Ouch.
All right.
This is starting to feel familiar.
Where do we
Disadvantage on
grab-
all skill saves, I believe.
Yeah.
On all skill.
Yep, I'm aware.
rolls. Okay.
Where do you find that in the sheet here?
There's
Yeah,
not
there
like
is
a specific thing because like it comes up so infrequently. But let's hear. So conditions, exhaustion. So, yeah, some special abilities and environmental hazards such as starvation and long-term effects of freezing or scorching temperatures can lead to a special condition called exhaustion. Exhaustion is measured in 6 levels. There's not really a spot on your character sheet for it. You can make one easily enough, though. There's, like, this, like, area sort of off to the right-hand side, a little ways down, just before you get to your list of features where you can, like, add custom resources to keep track of. And yes, level 1 exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's until we become well rested.
Pardon me.
Yes. You
You
lose
take it on
one.
rest, yeah.
Yeah, if you have levels of exhaustion, you lose 1 level of exhaustion for every long rest you take.
All right.
So, yeah. So it's not the best thing in the world, but it does mean at the very least that you make good time over the course of that night. Moving at Butterscotch's impressive clip, you cover 30 or so miles before the sun comes up. Over half of your party being very exhausted and Butterscotch starting to feel it. You can press on through the day if you'd like.
We should probably take a little rest. It's at least a couple of hours.
Break for lunch.
I can keep going.
No, you can't. You can barely keep your eyes open.
This isn't new.
Yeah, true.
I would say take a small rest. Probably push halfway through the day. And then take a sleep. If possible. An actual rest. A normal resting day.
All right. Right. So, if nothing else, you're starting to come back into familiar territory at the very least, as you sort of are right at the edge of the forest as you're sort of having this conversation, sort of breaking out into the more rolling open grasslands beyond the forest's edge, occasional copses of trees still dotting the places where the water tends to pool and around the fringes of those little rolling places. You've still a ways to go before you reach Antarine, but to you, Minnove, at least, there is this sort of a bit of a nostalgia at seeing these familiar stomping grounds again, unobstructed by the tree line. And the city itself isn't terribly far, so after another day, you'll be back to your old home again. Just on a very different mission than last time you were there. So, continuing on, then. You said you all wanted to keep going for like about half the day and then just stop for a proper rest?
I just suggested that.
Are there any objections?
Well,
That makes sense.
depends on how Butterscotch is feeling, I would say.
Give me a second. I'm gonna make this horse roll her own Constitution saving throw. Up 10. Okay, the 10 was the first one. It took a minute for it to process, so 10. She just succeeds.
Okay.
So
The horse is stronger than Ludviek.
So she's like tired, but like she looks like she can keep going. She's happy to be on the road again. She's happy to be moving.
Yeah, I'm just
we keep
trying
going.
to see if she like overexerts herself, since I don't want that.
Fair enough. She does slow her pace somewhat today as you keep going. Like she's a sturdy horse, but she does have her limits, and so like she is tired, she is winded, she is kind of worn, so she can keep going, but like her pace has slowed somewhat. So
Let's take a rest here. Honestly.
What?
Yeah.
But
Unless anybody got some magic to replenish the stamina of Butterscotch.
I can scout on ahead, make sure nothing's happening.
what was that?
I can scout down ahead, make sure nothing's happening.
if you do that, I'll come join you.
Everybody can rest.
Well, in case
not
something
trouble.
is happening, you're not.
I wasn't going to confront it. Just
Alright.
run back and warn people.
Okay.
If you want to come,
I mean, I worry about you.
nothing to worry about.
Hmm. That is worrisome.
Love this music.
This is nice music. How about if...
Underrated game.
Well, I think we all should be mighty fine, I guess. Shouldn't really split up, ideally.
Alright. So, just to make sure I'm understanding, the plan is Boron is gonna pull the wagon over so people can take an actual fucking rest, while Tuki scouts ahead just to make sure nothing untoward is coming their way?
More or less.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. Are you planning to take like a long rest or just a short rest so that Butterscotch can catch her breath?
Probably a
about about a short rest, I think. Alright.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you pull the wagon off to one side of the road after a little while just to give Butterscotch a chance to graze, chomp some apples, catch her breath, rest her muscles a bit, and the rest of you to, like, at least catch a quick nap. Those of you who weren't able to sleep well the previous night, except for Tuki, because she decides to do some scouting. So, is Minnove accompanying? Yes or no?
No. Minnove
Okay.
let her do her thing.
All right. So, Tuki, you scout ahead, survey the area around, make for me a perception check. This will be a disadvantage because you have a point of exhaustion. 10. Nothing strikes you as out of the ordinary as you're kind of moving forward, kind of park yourself for a bit at sort of the top of a rise to give you a bit of a vantage point over the terrain ahead of you. Would you say that in your kind of exhausted state and the days kind of spent idling you spent in the kobold encampment, combined, of course, with just how your yearning is, how would you say Tuki is feeling right about now?
I would say she's probably on edge. As tired as she is, she kind of just wants to run as far south as she can.
All right. You don't have line of sight on Antarine from here, but as you're kind of just looking in that general direction, you just kind of feel that tugging to just keep moving, that you know is the sensation of your yearning telling you to keep moving, to stop standing still. And unlike the usual directionless pull that it generally brings, it does have a direction this time, just yanking you south, it feels. And your mind sort of flickers back almost involuntarily to a dream you had before. Of sharpened wires and threads biting into your skin. As a distant, cacophonous horde of crows, a murder of crows rather, tried to pull you along. But
I think she's just gonna, like, grab at her face and, like, rub her eyes a little bit. Just not again, please, not again. And she's going to do her best to turn back around and head back.
Make for me a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
10.
That's not
Six.
just bad.
Okay, so, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of turn and start making your way back to the group. And as you're heading in that direction, you can almost hear the murder of crows in your head, just yelling at you. Wrong way, wrong way. And there's definitely a mental strain that comes with that. And by the time you kind of are pulling yourself back to the rest of the group, for one thing, for the rest of you, Tuki was gone a lot longer than you were expecting. The entire duration of your short rest, she was out there. And by the time she's walking back, she looks more exhausted than when she left. More than she should.
Tuki? You okay?
Yeah, just we should get moving. Took longer than I expected.
Yeah, do you want to get some rest?
No, I can walk next to Butterscotch.
Tuki. You sure? I can... It's no problem.
Really, it's okay. Everything's fine.
You've been up like 2 days now. Taking little rest. You look exhausted.
Just worried about kobolds and
And
in
I
both
appreciate
places.
it, Tuki. I appreciate it so much. But you not helping yourself isn't gonna do anything. You need to take care of yourself. Oh,
I can handle it. It's the average day, right?
next to do.
You can go.
I'm fighting myself right now.
Oh?
Oof. What time is it?
At this point, I'd say it's like it's like mid-morning.
Of like the third day of travel?
I guess it's like the time of a clock is
Okay.
mid-morning. At least that's kind of what I'm estimating.
Okay. How's everyone else for rest?
A short rest was mostly for Butterscotch's benefit. It won't do anything to get rid of exhaustion. Butterscotch still looks tired, but looks like she can keep going.
Was that question directed at all of us, or just...
All of you.
Yes. I can persevere until we get to a nest. Our next stop. Yes, that is word. He shakes his head.
Look at
Unlike-
every like.
Unlike Ludviek, I can actually make it to the next stop.
Just gonna look at Tuki and Ludviek. I'm sorry.
Had a feeling
I'm
that
gonna
was coming.
cast that, and I'm gonna cast this at the 3rd level.
Ooh. Okay.
So you both have a chance to so let me roll my 5, so roll 7d8.
At 3rd level, it's 98, I believe.
Oh, 98?
Yeah, because you roll an additional 2d8.
Oh, so I'll roll 2 more d8.
Basically, pick a starting creature, then if it knocks them out, move on to the next.
Well, I picked Tuki first.
Of course.
Tuki's out then.
All right.
And
so
then I go for Ludviek.
how many hit points does Ludviek have?
40? That's 42. Congratulations, you've knocked the line out.
Well, so it takes 27 to put me out, and then it would have to
The remaining
do 40
are lost,
more.
Yeah, the remaining
So-
are lost, basically.
Yeah, so only Tuki would fall asleep.
All right. So,
Dang it! It was so smart.
I like where your head's at, but it's all right. At least this way someone gets some rest, and it creates beautiful and delicious character drama, and I love it. So you kind of you utter sorry. You reach out, sort of put your hands like on Tuki's shoulder. She's like, "What?" And then you don't utter a word for this. You cast it silently, as is the gift of your people. And within seconds of your hands sort of coming into contact with Tuki, thumbs sort of like brushing very lightly against the exposed feathers of her neck. This, very, very rapidly, Tuki, your senses kind of fade out, and within a couple of seconds, you just slump forward into Minnove's arms as she, like, catches you. And you are out.
That works, I guess.
Try again for Ludviek. I could. Oh.
I mean, I will point out that,
Ludviek
like,
said he's gonna...
I will add that, like,
Ludviek said he's gonna go to bed.
I mean, yeah, I will add that Ludviek does look tired, but, like, he doesn't look anywhere near as bad as Tuki was looking when she came back. Like,
Yeah.
something definitely happened when she was gone, and it took her a long time to get back.
And
Ludviek
Ludviek
just
also
looks-
said that he was gonna go to bed once I find a place.
Yeah, Ludviek just looks like, a guy who pulled an all-nighter.
Fair enough, fair enough. Me too, Ludviek, me too.
Yeah.
And open you like fist bump.
All right, so. And I will say, Kari, as the group's only other Kraven, you would recognize what you were just seeing.
It's
Like, the symptoms are very familiar to you. Even if it's nowhere near as bad for you, you have seen it before. You recognize a severe flare-up of a Kraven's yearning anywhere. And that's what that was.
well, that's going to be fun to deal with.
So, unless anyone else has
What's
anything
fun to deal with?
Oh, go on.
What's fun to deal with? Okay.
Yearning.
But we are on the road, right? Shouldn't that be like a remedy or something?
The issue is that when we stop, she won't.
Huh.
Just look at her. She very clearly has a very bad case of it. She could probably go for days before stopping.
Probably has gone days without stopping. I'm sorry. I don't think she would have rested even if we got there. She barely slept while we were at the kobold.
Speaking of sleep.
Anyway, I'm going to follow and.
Yeah. We're losing Impulsive for the night, so you go get some rest there, my guy.
Night.
Night.
Bye.
All right. So you kind of get Tuki situated in the back of the wagon. Imagine someone probably gives her a blanket.
Minnove lets her, lay on her lap like how Minnove did on the beginning of this.
Aw.
Oh.
Book ending. I love it. All right. And all that situated with that kind of looming over your heads. You get yourselves back into motion, at least for a little while. The plan was to go for half the day, right? And then stop for a proper long rest so the exhaustion could go away?
More or less.
All right. So you're able to make it about here. You could stop probably a few miles before that if you wanted to make use of one of the houses of respite on the way.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
All right. So I'll nudge you back a couple of miles to about there, as you find one of Vaughn's houses of respite, kind of set up along the side of the road, currently unoccupied. And you guys could definitely do with some rest. You pushed yourselves pretty hard just now, so, and then rolled like shit. So, yeah. So, with that in mind, you pull up to the House of Respite, make your way in. Tuki is still out. But, either way, you get yourselves situated, have yourselves some food, and score yourselves away to get some rest.
It sounds like a good idea.
Yep. So you hunker down, and within the safety of Vaughn's House of Respite, you are able to enjoy the benefits of a full rest. And everyone who had points of exhaustion may remove them. Somewhere in the middle of the night, I'd say, is when Tuki would wake. Just kind of fading back in. A little groggy, a little confused. But feeling very well rested, all told. So.
I'm guessing everybody else is asleep.
If they wish to be.
I'll say Minnove
Probably
just
put
for
on
the drama.
a watch.
Right. This particular background ambience has too much stuff moving around. So you guys roleplay to your heart's content while I find a better ambience.
So is Boron up or is Minnove?
I'd say both. Like, Tuki wakes up and whoever else you want to be up can also be up.
Good evening.
Where are we? What happened?
We're about, I want to say, Boron, how far is entering?
I'd say another good day.
Another good day.
Yeah, we'll probably, if we get going, we'll probably reach it like
But,
by morning or something.
I don't know, you just passed out, Tuki.
Ha.
You just
Mm-hmm.
I'm
were
sorry.
walking and then it's okay. Don't be sorry. I was worried about you. And
I mean, it's happened before, just never in front of other people. Well,
Yeah.
that's not entirely true, but I'm used to traveling alone, but it happens all the time, and I'll be fine.
yeah.
Mm.
You doing okay?
Sure.
Sure, or yeah.
I feel better.
Well, that's good. Haven't been sleeping too much for the last couple of days. I want to say a week now.
Feels about normal to me.
Yeah. Word as much.
Listen, there's other things to worry about.
Yeah, but those are for future Minnove and future Boron and future Tuki to worry. Right now, we're just worried about getting to Antarine. And right now, we're just worried about taking care of everyone. Everyone.
Yeah, this is my baseline. I'm doing good. I can.
Okay. You can talk to me, or I'm sure Boron would listen. Maybe. If you need anything. If anything's on your mind, or bugging you. You've been kind of weary, I guess. And I don't want you to fret too much about the makings on what's going on right now. If that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just spouting words at this point. I want you to be fully rested and fully prepared, whatever we come into. Torek told me there could be a lot of gods. A lot of them. And, I don't want to lose anyone. Anyone. Yeah. To just some miscalculation or something that if you just had a little bit more time or sleep or something of the sort that could be prevented. I know this is your base level 2 key, and I want to respect you as a person. And I do. But I do want you to know that when you are scared or you feel like you need the rest, or you need help with anything, don't hesitate. I'm
I
sure
don't know what to
Boron.
I don't know what to say. I'm
You don't have to say anything. I know I'm just bringing this on you. You just woke up from what, 12-hour nap?
that long.
Roughly. It's about halfway through night, I'd say. And you fell asleep partway through day. So about, 12 hours. My math is correct. You slept long.
Yeah, weirdly long.
Yeah, must have been really tired.
I didn't think it was affecting me that bad. The problem is there's nothing new to say. I'm not trying to be evasive, but just
I know. No, you're not. Don't worry, this is not at all me coming at you and scolding you or being angry or anything. This is concern and just care and
I do appreciate that, but I guess just got lucky for the last month or so, but it's just who I am. This is the most normal version of me.
I know. Don't worry.
Well, I'll take a few laps around the place. I don't wake people and try and settle back in.
Yeah. No, go do what you need to do. We'll be right here.
So you pull yourself up, kind of just pull yourself up a little bit, and step out to do some laps, you said?
Yeah.
Alright. Just
Before she
laps,
leaves,
or...
Minnove's
Just-
gonna call out.
Alright.
Tuki,
Mm-hmm.
be sure to come back if you can.
Well, I can't deny that request, can I?
She'll give a smile before she curls into bed and then goes back to bed.
Alright. Alright. So, Tuki, you step out, start going on a few little jogging laps around the exterior of the House of Respite. Kind of just glance up every so often at the night sky and yeah, just wear yourself down a bit, I guess. that's
Well-
all there is. Oh, go on.
She'll just kind of like sorry, just got distracted by the message that popped up in group.
A message popped up in group.
Yeah.
Ah.
Just gonna breathe a little easier and look up the sky before going back inside.
Indeed. So, when you take that little bit to just kind of look up at the sky, take a few breaths, the sensation, of course, never really leaves you. You know, you've known the tugging of the yearning ever since you were, barely a teenager. It never goes away, but sometimes it just flares or fades a bit, kind of comes in unpredictable waves. Feeling as rested as you do now thanks to that spell, or that rest, rather, because it seems you don't realize you were spelled. You feel like you definitely have like this sort of onset of relief when you realize that the surge didn't stick. It hit, it was strainful, it was stressful, but it has abated as quickly as it came, and for that much at least, you do feel that little bit of relief because you don't have to leave them yet. And at this point, that's a win. And with that sort of comfort, sort of settling on your shoulders like a warm blanket and a bit of the energy burned off, you make your way back into the House of Respite, tuck yourself in, and manage to fade back to a proper sleep. All of this shit brought to you by improvisation. This wasn't in my plan.
That's okay.
But then you guys started exhausting yourselves, and I was like, opportunity.
Opportunity of attack.
Attack of opportunity, yes.
Well, this time, the attack is emotional.
Right, my favorite kind.
Emotional damage.
It was also it was also just fun to call back to Yearning's murder. It's like, an opportunity to call back to a bit of extra fiction. If anyone is unfamiliar with the cacophonous murder of crows pulling on strings thing I mentioned, scour the channel and look for something called Yearning's Murder. Sepia wrote that, and that's what I was referencing. So go. Wait till you're done here, of course, but go look at that after.
It needed a couple edit runs, but it's good.
It's fine. It's good fiction. It's really short, and all it was really meant to do was just peel back the curtain into Tuki's headspace a little bit. That's really all it was meant to do, and that's what it did. And now it's canon, because now I've done this. But regardless, the night passes. The sun comes up on a new day the next day. Everyone takes a full rest. All your exhaustion is fully cleared for anyone who might have still had any of it. And, well, actually, hold on. Will this work? Yes! Wheels! Awesome. So, gathering up your things, you clamber into the back of the wagon. You hitch Butterscotch back up, and you continue on your way, following the road south to Antarine. Oh, one moment. I suddenly had a pop-up. and it is getting on towards evening. As the sun begins to sort of fade once more into the distance when you come up over a small ridge, and in the distance you see the city of Antarine, its various spires and sort of sequestered off districts sprawling out ahead of you. The light of travelers coming and going, sort of from their various lanterns and torches and whatnot, and the glow of the city and its warmth within reaching you as this sort of a slightly increasingly chill autumn wind kind of washes over you as the season continues to progress. Whatever the next step in your journey and plan is, it'll be getting started here. But that we'll have to wait for next time. Because now that you have a concrete-ish course of action, I have something I can use as a foundation to make more immediate plans. So, I'll need one of you to give me an actual recap of your plan once we're out of this, but thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us for this session of Ringlight Fables. We'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves, keep listening, and don't be a dick. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hooray for drama!
Y'all.
Hooray!